right, thank you, Jake. We have some breaking news to share with you right now. 8:31 on this Tuesday from Northwest Wichita. Sedgwick County Dispatch confirms police investigating a bomb threat at Maize South Middle School. That's in the 3400 block of North Tyler. Police not able to tell us what time the call came in or if students have evacuated the building. But don't worry, we're going to get all that information for you. 12 News reporter Max Dutton is on his way to the scene. Again, this is at Maize South Middle School. We'll have more information for you here in just a bit.